morning, everybody. Hello and good morning, and welcome to our crafting event that we're having today. I had totally forgot about this event until really late last night. I happened to be looking through my Facebook. I hardly ever look through my personal Facebook. I usually just go to the pages that I like to follow, and I came across, I think it was the Vintage Pebble, had posted about this event, and I looked to see, I have a hair, I looked to see who all was going to be in the event, and I was like the third person on the paper. I had totally forgot about it. I was visiting my granddaughter when I got the invitation to be in this event, and I just forgot about it. I was out of state. So anyway, thank the Lord, I happened to see the post about it and remembered at the last minute. So I come over here this morning and I kind of had some ideas. It looks like we're in and ready to go. So good morning, everybody. I kind of had some ideas just at home in bed last night, and I thought, oh, I think I have that over there. I think I have this. But 2 minutes ago, I found I found a big heart that I wished I'd had earlier, but it's too late to change. And this is a project that I think I'd like to have in my Valentine decor for myself. So I thought, well, if I want it, maybe somebody else will want it. I think it's going to be something everybody can do, and I don't think it's going to be hard to find any of the items. So I had these two paper mache hearts. They're thick, they're paper mache, they're hollow, and I had, let's see if you can tell. Yeah, here I had adhered some clay onto these a few years ago and decided to change them up. And I had painted them but hadn't done anything with them this morning. So, oops, I'm getting some texts. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So anyway, here we go. So I feel so frazzled. My name is Tammy Nuff, the frazzled Tammy Nuff, once again frazzled. And I told my friends in my text line, grab your coffee and join me in the morning. So anyway, it's Tammy Nuff from Tammy Loves Vintage. I'll be here for an hour, and I'm kind of excited to get this project going for myself and for you guys. So with these two hearts, let's bend you down here. And what I was thinking is I'm going to do one heart in sheet music. So we're gonna do some Mod Podging. I don't typically like to do the drying thing where, let me sit down here where I can be feel a little closer to, oh yeah, look at that. Dang, I can do mornings. Where I do drying, I don't typically love to do that, but it was the project that I had in my mind, so we're gonna go ahead with it. I have some Mod Podge here in my little jar. Actually, I make my own with glue and water, only because I had a whole gallon jar of glue. I can't remember what it was for, but I had a whole gallon jar of glue that I had used, you know, like that much out of it. I thought I would have needed more. I can't remember what it was for. Maybe I was doing my own paper mache. I don't know. Anyway, so I mixed some Elmer's glue and water for now until I get that whole gallon used up. A gallon of glue is a lot of glue. Let's just say that. So then when I'm finished here, another reason why I'm just a little bit frost chiseled, I have a skin doctor appointment. I get skin cancer all the time. They're always taking something off. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, you know, you never know. And anyway, I have an appointment, and it's at 10:15 in town, and I'm about a half hour from town, and it's a new doctor that moved here from out of town, and everyone was raving about her. And not that I don't like my doctor, I just have a hard time. She schedules me way far out sometimes, and I need to be seen every 6 months. And this gal was like, yeah, I can get you right in. So, and my other lady has been like an 8-month wait, and I know myself I can't wait that long. I don't know if you guys battle with skin cancer things, but I don't want to mess around with it. So anyway, I'm giving this new girl a try, but I'm not going to give her a very good impression because I'm going to definitely be late. I'm about a half hour from town, so I'm hoping she's running late, although this early in the morning, I don't know how she could be running late. But it'll work out. My appointment was supposed to be on Thursday, and they moved it up. And like I said, I forgot about this event. So I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I can be there. So I'll be there. I'll just be a little behind. That's typical Tammy. I'm always behind. So good morning. Is everybody else behind, or is it just me? Am I always the behind girl? So let's just. I just need to breathe. What I did pre-video was, or pre-live, getting ready, I just pulled out a whole bunch of sheet music and albums and, hymnals and things that I had, bits and pieces from other projects. And what I look for, and it's the same with my book pages, but let's, hey Tammy, oh, you're always late too. Yeah, I know they allow a little bit of that, and thank goodness she didn't say like come 15 minutes early, because I'd have really been hosed. But anyway, what I look for is, you can see the different colors of papers in this pile, and you can see the different fonts as well. Well, maybe not fonts in music, but the different sizes and boldness of your musics. So things like see how this is much bolder than that. So when I'm starting out here, I'm basically just getting it covered. And when you're doing something rounded, you have to do tiny pieces. Again, it's probably not, so I would do this in my private group where we have all the time in the world. But like I said, this was kind of one of the things I knew I had these two hearts, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do something with those two hearts. My thinking was the plaster. I wanted to plaster them or do tissue paper, crumbled tissue paper to get some texture. But I decided to just keep it vintage, since, you all know me for vintage stuff. Okay, and here's another, as I'm chatting, you guys just have to, I had someone, okay, two things. I had someone on YouTube yesterday message me and say, quit talking, which totally cracked me up. She said, quit talking. But when you're doing these, like, okay, I'm going to be quiet for just a minute. Awkward silence. And then when you're quiet like that, everyone texts and says, what are you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? So anyway, I don't know. If you're like me too, I listen to a lot of these people when I'm in my car driving. So I'm listening more than watching. And then I can go back when I get to wherever I'm going, or if I'm at a red light, I can be like, what the heck was that? And pull it back, So I don't know. So the other thing that I was going to say, but then be quiet, quit talking. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Whoops, that's upside down. It doesn't really matter, but anyway, what I was going to say is, I see a lot of people not do this, and that's kind of bugs me a little bit. You talk too much too. So see this white, it's not white, it's aged paper, it's old paper, but I don't like that plain. I think it's distracting when I lay it, when I lay it upon, see that, it's too much, that is distracting to me. And so I always rip that off and pitch it. Now, yes, I'm wasting a tiny hair of whatever, but this is so much better. In my opinion, it's free. You just get it free here. But yeah, so that's just a tip for some of you that are making things yourself. It might look better if you don't have those lines of white. Okay, I'm not even going to use this, because even see in between the bars or whatever you call that, I don't like that. I'm not using this one. I like more action. So this one would be a good one. Instead of using the whole strip, I'm going to rip in between the space here, and I'm going to rip in between the space here, which is why I end up with all of these little pieces. But these little pieces are exactly what you need when you're Mod Podging something round. So, okay, so let's add this in here, and yeah, that's a lot better. It's a thicker paper, so I've got to get it a little more wet. I kind of maybe have to wet it both sides. You want thin, thin, thin when you're trying to, you know, wrap it around. So some of the sheet music is too heavy of a paper. You can see I'm struggling to get it to go, but I kind of want it just because it's a different size, although in the end it's probably going to get covered anyway. All right, we'll leave it there. We'll let it soften up a little bit. Here's a different piece of that same strip, so I'm going to go over here with it. We're going to fight it a little bit, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Let's slap some more of that on. Let's get that down. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get that to start bending. It'll go eventually, and they'll have some wrinkles in it, and the wrinkles are fine. That's kind of, you know, when you add the tissue paper or whatever to get your wrinkles, that's all good. So see, it's coming along, and it's taking a paper mache, which I painted it first. But anyway, it's taking a paper mache heart and giving it a whole new aged look. And so when you guys are like, oh, I like your decor, I like that it's so vintage, you know, it's a new paper mache heart, but I'm using old pages, and it's giving it that look. And if you follow me, you know I like kind of like woods and whites, and there are millions of shades of whites. So even though these aren't white, they are in the white neutral family, which is what I like. Because I can add pink, I can add red, I can add any color with this and be happy with it. I'm not going to today, but I can if I want to. I could if I wanted to. All right, I'm trying to stay clean here too. Okay, so, and I'm not looking at your, I know I have an hour. I don't do a lot of events, you guys. I know I've done a few here lately. I work and I decorate. Like yesterday, we did a beautiful decorating job for spring. She wanted her house, she was tired of winter and ready for spring here in Ohio. So we went and added, you know, all of her spring florals and stuff to her decor. I almost went live. I know she wouldn't care, I've done it before there, but I had to get going. So anyway, where was I going with that? I don't know. I do. So, oh, I don't. So why I don't do a lot of events is because of my work, my regular work schedule. We paint houses. We just finished a beautiful, beautiful restaurant, sports bar, and they let me do the decorating, and I brought in a bunch of old sports memorabilia. I've shared pictures here, you guys. But anyway, and then like we're getting ready to do some kitchen cabinets here soon. On the 20th we start, so it's hard to commit to doing these like faithfully, and that's why this isn't like my main thing. So I don't come on every day. I mostly come on whenever I have a great idea, like if I have something that I want to make myself. I do have a private group, and they're who I cater to the most, and they keep me busy in there. Really, when I have free time, I kind of like to go to my group. So this is a bigger piece of that stiff paper. I don't know, but I want the color to be a little different. Am I smishing anything over here? No. Okay. So see how long it takes? It takes a minute to do these. But so that's why I'm chatting. So I hope this will go to YouTube. All of my videos here always go to YouTube. So if you can't, like if next year you're like, okay, I want to make some of those hearts that girl Tammy made, go to Tammy Loves Vintage on YouTube and just type in heart, or you know, whatever. You can search through the videos, but you can actually request a certain video there. So I really like that feature. So I send people all the time if they want to see something. Okay, I know I did that years ago. Try YouTube. So there is why you don't see me all the time. But I hope it's worth hanging around for when I am here. I usually try to just come on when I have something good or something interesting. something I think you guys might like. I have a few followers that aren't in the group and I know what they like, so I sometimes come on just for a certain person that I know might collect a certain thing that I found or whatever. But I love to do the decorating. I used to have a store. I closed it. It's so strange. Right before COVID hit, like the month before, like didn't it hit in May, I think. In April, I closed my store of 2020, and I just can't. It's just the timing was incredible. I had my shop for 7 years, and I did a lot of decorating jobs out of the shop. So I was able to carry furniture and paint things, and you know, that I don't have the room for here like I used to when I had the store. But, and I do miss it. Oh my gosh, I miss it. I don't miss sitting there all day waiting on someone to come in part, or you know, waiting on customers. The cars would go by and be like, come and stop, you know, or someone would say, I need to stop at your store sometime. And I'm like, yeah, I've only been here, you know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you should stop. And that part was like, oh, I wish they would come in and see what I have. So it was so funny because I would have people, gosh, I don't know why I just looked up. Do you go by Tamara? Oh, you're talking to the Crafty. Keep Tammy. Okay. I'm just Tammy. I don't know about her. Anyway, I would have people travel because I did online. I've been online since 2013. That's why I have so many videos. But yeah, I would have people travel to see me, which was awesome. So I'd always try to be there if they would let me know they were coming. But payroll was a lot because I was working still. And so payroll was a big deal for the store for me. It was a major expense. And my husband hated it. He hated it. He would want to go boating or go with friends, whatever, take a vacation. I'm like, oh, I got the store. He hated it. There's no way to be nice about it. He absolutely hated it. And I get it. But for me, I didn't want to be an old lady someday in a rocking chair regretting not trying it. And it's something, I don't know, if you ever want your own business or your own thing, you understand. If not, you don't. And he didn't, and he didn't. He didn't, and he didn't. So it's been good for us that I gave it up. Good for him, bad for me, right? It's not bad, it's fine. I love doing this. This has been a great thing to be able to go live with everybody and still see people. So I think I'm just one of those people that like to be busy. That's what my kids say. I'm gonna cut that string off. I don't even want it. Okay, bye bye. Oh, that's only been 15 minutes. I'm okay. Just so you guys can see, it does take a minute. When I do my other one, maybe I'll just do like one side of it and then I can finish it when I get back from the doctor's office. That way you guys aren't here forever. But I want to do that one. So again, I'm just pulling out like different colors. Oh, here's a good one. Different colors of papers. Again, you could tell by that tear how thick this one is. So again, I'm going to have a little bit of a minute for it to absorb the moisture. Oh, I do have a spray bottle here. That might help a little bit. Let's spray it and get it a little bit bendy and soft, and that might help us a little bit. Okay, so let's take a piece of that. Oops. Okay. Here. I don't know why I always feel like I can't do things that I have to dry. I watch people dry all the time, but I feel like I don't want to do that to people. You're always so hard on yourself. At least I am. Nobody wants to see that. And then I'll do something and show you guys. Oh, thanks for the hearts. And then I'll do a video tour or something, and people will say, "Oh, how did you do that, or show us how you did this or that. I'm like, really? Okay. Okay. I know, you never know. I suppose I should just do it. If you want to see it, you watch it. If you don't, you won't. I don't know. Okay. All right, that's looking really good. I got a couple spots here I see. But for the most part, there's one right there. That one covered up. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna absolutely love this. I think you guys will love this too once it's all done. And it's not even so much this, but it's how I'm gonna dress it up and how I'm going to display it. I'm gonna show you all of that stuff. So that's why I don't want to take too long. I don't want to take, well, I suppose I could take another 15 minutes. You guys can go refill your coffee or whatever. I think I've got this. I see a spot up top, but I'm gonna add some ribbons. I'm not worried about that. So this one's very well covered. You can see everywhere. So I'm gonna just, let me see, I'll just lay it here and hope it dries. Dry. Okay, let's do another one. I only have two, thank goodness. I really wished I had three, but I only have two. And then right the last minute, I mean literally the last minute, I thought of one more place I could look, and I found some other hearts, and I found a big heart, but I don't think I'm gonna need them. And if I do, I can do them, I'll do them exactly the same way I'm gonna do these, so you guys will know that. I'm gonna do it the same way. So this one, instead of the sheet music, which look, I keep all of my little snippets and rippets in a Ziploc bag. So I can just grab my Ziploc bag and get everything out of it that I need. So there's the sheet music. The next one I wanna do, I'm not gonna do those parts. The next one I want to do is all book pages. This is all trash. It's trash. Okay, so I pulled a bunch of different book pages here, and then I pulled some handwriting as well. And see all of the different, you can totally see all of the different colors. Look at this handwriting that I found. I had pulled this handwriting out, but now that I've got the other, I'm not going to use that one. I found the other one just a little bit ago. So, okay, where's my rag? Let me unsticky just a little bit. I want to dig through my papers. I can't, there is no way I can, what are you using? Oh, just Elmer's glue and water, or just regular old Mod Podge is what it mimics. I can't, if I do the messages, I'm going to burn up too much time. I think you guys would rather watch me go. I will sit and answer your messages later. I thought I'd try to do an auction today when I get back. I don't know. I might have too much Mod Podge or glue. I use glue. Elmer's glue and water is this, but that's all Mod Podge is. So if you have Mod Podge, just use that. If not, Elmer's glue is so thick, just add a little water. And it's just, you just get it to that. Let me just show you the consistency that I did is like that. If you're doing it and it's really pasty and really thick and not yummy like that, then just add some more water to it and you'll be fine. And then if you get too much water, pour a little glue in there. If it's just way too drippy, runny, add a little bit of glue and you'll be good. You can't mess that part up. You really can't. I mean, I know I say that, somebody probably could somehow, but I don't know how you could. Because unless you don't have enough glue and you get way too much water, I suppose you could mess it up. I probably went 50-50, but I added my water slowly and stirred it so that, you know, I didn't like dump a whole bunch and then wish I hadn't. So there you go. All right, let's keep going here. So did I finish that? My brain, I think my brain like smokes at night from shutting down. I think it's like, whew, that was a big day. I'm not Charlene. I think there would be a benefit to using distilled water, but I'm not. I'm just using it right out of the spigot, and I keep it in that thing, and I've never ever had any trouble. I do Chalk Couture. When did they start? 2017, I think. I think it was 2019. I don't know. Anyway, I've been in Chalk Couture ever since it started. And you do use distilled water with the paste. You don't have to paint the hearts first, Marcia. You do use distilled water because it'll grow mold. And you don't, oh, I didn't rip that off. That's okay. It's an edge that I'll cover. I'll make sure to cover it. see what I did wrong. I left that whole edge there. It's not wrong. I just don't like it. And that is a personal thing. Somebody might be like, oh, I love all those white stripes. And I don't personally. Let's see here. Okay, I need to lay this down. Okay, so the distilled water, yeah. So in like Chocateur paste or something, I guess Mod Podge would be like that, but for some reason, I don't have any trouble. Thank you guys for talking amongst yourselves. I appreciate that. Someone has a question that I missed. Okay, oh, shoot. I had 2 pieces. Okay. All right, let's get, so again, what I'm looking for right now is darks and lights like that. So I'm patching in different colors. And the fonts are different. This dark is a very small. So when you're at an antique show or even Goodwill and you're looking at books, like you want to get, like some of the children's books have the great big words in them. I have a few of those. I think I have 4 of them for my sale coming up. I'm just going to have to text you last minute if I got it in me to do a sale. It's a lot. And not all of the packages are paid for yet. None of those people that I reached out to ever messaged me, or that I tried to reach out to ever messaged me. So I have a few of those packages laying there. And then I have some people that I've always sold to that haven't paid yet. So I know they will eventually. So I'm holding on to those. I'll hold on to all of them for a little bit. Because I work so hard to get everything boxed up so nice. I hate to just open it up on the chance that they might text and say, hey, where's my stuff? But anyway, if you grab a pen, so that reminded me, if you grab a pencil and paper, at some point today, I'm going to remember to give you my text line. And if you ever, since I'm so random, if you ever want to know when I am going live with something, I always text. And you can't private message me your number. You have to text me on this cell phone line because it's a service that I pay for and it's to protect you from getting spam. So if you give me your cell phone, I mean, I can't even add my mom. You have to text me your info. I saw a little hole there, so I'm adding that piece, which I might actually like. Anyway, you have to text me first and it's for your protection. So if you have a pencil and paper, I will tell you my number if you're interested. You're probably going to need more than one little video to decide, but you can always get out of it. If you don't want it, you can always opt out if you don't like me. So my number is 740-273-6693. And I'll let you know whenever I'm going live. And also, if you're in my private group, you can text that number and I'll let you know when I'm going live in there. I have it set that I can tell just my private group or I can tell everybody. So, yeah, so there's that. Okay. Ooh, that's getting really pretty. Look at that. I'm liking that a lot. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do the front of this one. I'm just gonna do the front side of this one. It won't take us that long to decorate it, but my plan is to add some lace and some jewelry and some seam binding and all of the things. And then I want to show you how I'm going to display these in my home to inspire you for yours. So that's why I don't want to spend this whole time with you watching me glue. That is so no fun for you guys. I'm sorry. I debated on going ahead and doing it this morning when I had a little bit of free time here, but I didn't want you to, there's people that might want to see this, that haven't done this part. Or I also worried, since it was a whole hour, I thought, I might run myself right out of time if I'm too efficient. So I thought I better just do everything with you guys, and at worst I won't do the back side. And that's what we're gonna do. And that way too, if I don't have time to decorate both of them, I hate to always talk about the time. That's so sad for for Tammy that set up this group, but I guess when you're doing this, you are aware of your time, so you kind of chat about it. I remember when we did all of the, let's see, I've got enough of that dark probably. When we did the, here's a thin, I'm just looking for a thinner piece that I can get on faster. The craft-a-thons, I know Melanie would say, don't talk about the time. So I know they don't want you to. But those were 20 minutes, so those were fast. You really had to be, you had time on your mind. I don't think she's doing those anymore. Those were the first events I'd ever done, was Melanie's crafting events. Okay. I met her in a coaching group, Brooke Riley's coaching group. And you know how when you meet someone and you just know they're gonna blossom and do amazing things, like they're an amazing person, you just can just tell that, wow, she's something. That was her for me. I would watch her questions and her interaction with Brooke and stuff, and you could just tell she was gonna be a force to reckon with, and she is. She's a very well-known online, talking about Melanie Ferguson. Great, very proud of her. It's fun to watch. I used to be in Jennifer Allwood's groups, and I have so many friends from that group. When she first started, we were one of her first 50, and then she took off, and it got to be not as much fun because we were all kind of getting lost with all the other new people. Really liked the small group a lot, all of us, and actually with her permission we started a group, but it was like Clara Nicole with She's Crafty Too, and Damon Oates, and oh gosh, Sarah Strunk with Simply Sarah, the Turquoise Iris was in there, Kelly Weiler with Girl Upcycled Studio, like so many, and there was the cookie, shoot, I just saw her email the other day. Oh, why can't I think it? But she made cookies, and there was an accountant in there, Danielle Rowe, and just all kinds of people that we got to meet and have stayed. We've all stayed and follow each other, and it's been great. So if you are, you know, interested in doing a business group, you should, because you'll make all kinds of contacts, and you'll learn something. You'll meet someone who could just be your person, and because that's, you know, Kelly Weiler is here in town. She's a local girl, and so I go to her studio a lot. I've actually gone live from there with her, and I'm in her private group. She's in my private group. Like, you just meet people, you meet friends, and it's amazing that we were both from Zanesville, you know? Holy cow. How cool is that? So, all right, it looks like I have 2 more pieces, and I'll have the front side of this good enough. And then I'll clean this up a little bit. No, I'm not gonna clean, but just move the stuff out of the way. Get on with it. So if I see I missed a spot, you know, when you're pressing your stuff down, sometimes it shifts a little bit, and it might leave an opening like this keeps wanting to do. So I can go back and patch on a piece, or I may cover it with something here in a minute. We'll see. Okay, let's go up over this loop right here. Oops. Oh. So yeah, if you're new to going live, or you've always dreamed about it, the first thing I recommend is getting in a group of just like-minded people that will help you. I know that Chris Hunter just started one. I would love to get in that one, but you have to be not done this before. I think you have to be new at it, which I feel like I'm new at it. I don't feel like I probably know more than I think I know, you know what I mean? But I Like I have people reach out and say, can you help me? Would you help me? I'm like, I'm not like, I'll pay you. No, you don't have to pay me because, oh, that doesn't mean everybody. I've had 3 people ask me and I've helped them, you know. I think I've helped them, I tried. But then they're like, you know, like little Cindy Lou Who, and you pat them on the behind and send them on to somebody bigger, better. That's what I'm all about. I'll get you started and then you gotta go. You gotta go find somebody that can take you all the way. So, okay, here we are. There we are. So we got that. And the other thing I wanted to do was these little birds, but these are chocateur birds, and they have little wings, but I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of time. So you can imagine, you just have to imagine them done. So when I say clean up, I just want to clean, like get the sticky goo off my hand. And then we're gonna go on. I had so many ideas for these hearts. I thought about crackling some plaster. I have my plaster compound right here that I make. I have all kinds of ideas, but I think we're gonna keep going because I don't want to take all day. I got my doctor's appointment I gotta get to. So, and I gotta be done at 10 o'clock. So, okay. All right, that's gonna be good enough. So I want to keep some of this handwriting. I didn't put it on yet, and there is a reason for that. The handwriting can smear if it's in ink, and this is like really thin onion paper, really, really thin. So I'm just gonna lay it on here now that I'm done, and I'm just kind of gonna do it with my finger, and then I'm just gonna tap it in before the paper absorbs, and that's it. So I'll rub it down here. But yeah, I know that the ink will smear, and so you can either test your thing before you use it, but like just make sure, because I love that. I put that on the book page one, so yes, that's correct. So now let's get this out of the way. Put that on. Oh, here's 2. I had a little calendar, and I thought it might be cute to do this. Let me show you. Okay, getting rid of the straight edge, and then it says, oops, I ripped a little bit of that February, but it says February 1908. How crazy is that I have that? And then here is February 14th. So I thought we would put that on there as well somewhere. Just because this event is about love and anniversaries and remembrance and Valentine's. Like, she gave us a very broad crafting window, I guess we would call it. And so I was thinking with the Valentines, it might be kind of cool. I'm gonna leave that straight edge on the February because it's so close I won't be able to rip it. And then there, let me just get my 14 wet, and I'll put that, let's see, February 14. How cool is that? Now you guys might not find that, but you might. Whoops, I'm using my wrong brush. It's gonna glitter. I was gonna glitter something, but I don't think I'm gonna do. I had no idea how long an hour is. You know, you don't realize how long an hour is. That was too much time to do that, but that's like the berries. So now I'll show you what I pulled out here. I have a bag full of rhinestones, just different rhinestone things that I find when I'm out shopping. So this was an option. These are all just old rhinestones, or if you cut a necklace apart and it's got some loose, you know, rhinestone pieces. Let's see here. So these are the things that I pulled out of my stash, just so you guys didn't have to watch me forking through everything. Oh yeah, this was really cool. I have this pin. Let's see what I got. I'm sorry I'm not looking at your comments. Thank you for the hearts. I have hearts for you. Hearts for you. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see here. Okay, I love this. It was $9.99. Get that off of here. I was thinking about putting that on this. Look at this little couple that I found. The pin kind of moves. It's an old pin, and the pin moves. It's not in there tight, and so the buckle is holding it. The pin part is holding it. I thought that might be cool if I can figure out how to incorporate that. I have a couple of really old coins. I have a brass number tag. That's a possibility. Here's a pin, a pretty pin, a heart, another pretty pin. These are all old things. I have a link for, if you guys don't have access like to old stuff, there is some old stuff on my website, which is just tammylovesvintage.com. Oh look, here's a TN. Oh, that's cool. Here's a TN, my initials in brass. Oh yeah, and I kept an Abby and a Summer, an A and an S for my daughters. Here's a little buckle. Oh gosh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with that buckle. I need to lay that out. That's gonna go for my group. There's pieces of necklaces. There's an old earring. Like there's all kinds of stuff in that one that could be good. Here's a bag of lingerie pins. And then did I show you the heart? I'm not sure I did. And then I have a jar full of old lace. I know I sold a bunch of you guys some lace. So I found this too with the tassel. So I have this, and then I have the seam binding that I stained. So, you know, I just pulled things from my bigger tubs of stuff. And yeah, so that's where all that came from. So let me give this a quick dry. The first one I did, it's almost dry, but not exactly quite 100% dry. So let's, oh shoot, I gotta unplug something. Okay, hang on. Okay, should have had that ready. Sorry, I didn't have it ready. Yes, I have a group. It's $20 a month. I just got a new girl yesterday. It is on my website at tammylovesvintage.com. So you can go there and shop, or you can go there to join the website. Or go to the website to join the group. Well, it's hard to talk. But yeah, everything in the group is handmade, vintage. Right now we're working on, like, we did the old cotton spun Santas. We're going way back, old stuff. And the cotton spun Santas we learned about in the group. My friend Julie is the one that kind of got me into all this vintage stuff. I can remember shopping with her, and we would go, I've told this story 100 times, but I have new people, so anyway, we would go shopping, and I would be like, hurry up. We'd be antique shopping, and I'd be like, hurry up, I want to get to the mall. It stinks in here. And I remember she bought the very first time I can remember, I distinctly remember this. We were on a boating trip, and we went up into the town to walk around, and the guys went out wakeboarding, and I kept telling her, hurry up, it stinks in here, let's go. And anyway, she spent $100 on this. She probably cracks up every time I tell the story. She spent $100 on this oil painting, pansy oil painting. Like, I can't believe you're spending that much money on this thing. So she still has it. I totally get it now. It's beautiful, and I get it now. But before I understood, but the thing was, she did have some things that I was like, dang, I really like that. But you couldn't just go to Hobby Lobby and get it. And that was the thrill of it for me, was that she's like, well, I'll help you find some stuff. So I would go to antique shows with her, and as I was like looking, we were Victorian, totally Victorian at the time, looking for hand-painted plates and hand-painted hat pins and hand-painted pins, you know, floral pins and stuff. The more we searched through stuff, the more hooked I got. And then we started branching out from Victorian and started getting into like the old wooden pieces and of just anything old wood. And of course then I started the painting furniture and stuff, so everything just kind of evolved. Oh, look how pretty that's gonna be. That's really pretty. I see I wiped off a piece right here. I'll have to fill in wherever I missed a spot. That looks good on that side, so let's go with that side. It's still wet, so all of the colors of the paper isn't coming through yet. It's dry on the surface, I can touch it, but it's cold. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. I appreciate that little vote of confidence for the group. We really are into some old stuff because Julie comes over and crafts on Tuesday nights, and she kind of gets a kick out of the group. She's too shy to go live in the group. Oh, did I not give my number? I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, so she's like, she says, this is just, you know, friends say silly things. She says, I'm Martha Stewart, and she's the girl behind the camera coming up with ideas. So it works well for us. She gets to share her love of creating, and I get to share what she comes up with. And not that she does everything. I do come up with my own stuff, like those shoes I came up with that we did the other night. But yeah, she's taking me older. She's taking me back in time more. And so that's been really fun to share with everybody with our Christmas decorations and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little seam binding in case you wonder what I'm doing there. I've got, you buy seam binding by the roll. If you want the link, I can give you the link for that, and you can get some. And we'll have to talk about, go to YouTube and type in seam binding, and then you'll see how to stain it and do, you'll see how to stain it and do all of that stuff. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, so, okay, so there's that. And then we're still good on time. I really want to get this in here. Do I want to put a patch? I love that little circle, but I'm not, the tassel, I'm not crazy for the tassel. Not on this project. I like it, but I need something to back that up with, I feel like. Let's see here. Can I take this piece and kind of pleat it maybe? I'll let you guys watch. Oh, thanks. I just got them on Amazon. I think they were 20 bucks, Linda. If I see your message, there, that's better. If I see your message, yeah. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh, it's my watch. Shoot, I got my pen stuck in here. If I see your, or when I see your message tonight, I will share that link for you if you're interested. Okay, here we go. So watch this, because I do this a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna pinch, 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 and pinch. Okay, so all I did was create a little skirt, kind of like a little ruffly skirt. No sew, no sew in here. I can't say never, but yeah, Hobby Lobby, you can get the hearts, or there's a Factory Direct Decor, might be a good place to go look at their paper mache products. Debbie Rigg with Studio MDAZ told about that Factory Decor Direct. So I checked that out, and I really did like that for a source for paper mache stuff. Okay, so now I just want to make sure it's all, you know, I've got this little flap right here that's kind of sticking up, so I'm going to glue that down. I just thought, I hope it's okay. I talked about my group in here. Hi, Sherry. Dang, sometimes I think, you know, I don't do a lot of groups, so the last thing, or events, the last one I did, though, they wanted you to. Okay, and remember, I'm still a little bit wet, so I just came undone because I'm wet underneath. I'm not wet to touch it, but I am still a little damp. So, but we're gonna go ahead. I can always patch it up later. Oh, I love that pin. That pin is everything. I'm not gonna cut this back off. I usually do, but number one, it's paper mache, so I'll be able to kind of press it in, and it's wet, so it'll be, oh yeah, I can press it in there. Let me get it where I kind of, where I want it here. So when I do the final pictures and post a picture, things might be a little bit different, but there you go. Okay, so there's that. I always put a key on things, and I didn't grab a key, so you may find a key. So there's that one. Let's see how this one's doing. And I got 10 minutes, so I don't want to take too much more time. Come on, baby. I'm glad I didn't do the back, right? Okay, just get a little bit dry, just a little bit. Hurry, 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 hurry. Huh. Okay. Hi, Pat. Thanks, Connie. Okay, so everyone has their pencil and paper. I'll give you my number while we're waiting on this to dry. So if you want text notifications whenever I go live, because I don't go live very often, but when I do have something that I think you guys might like, I can text you and let you know that I'm going live. So, and then like here lately, I've been going live a lot, but That's not normal. That's not normal for me. It's 740-273-6693 is my number. Okay, so I'm just going to take, again, more seam binding here. And if you need the link for my seam binding, it was one of those things, all of the at the antique shows we were going to, the creative people that were there, I'm going back years, okay? Those ladies were using this stuff. They did all kinds of things that, you know, they don't give up their secrets. They're not online sharing, you know? So we finally had, I've told this story before too. I'm sorry I'm repeating stories, but anyway, we had this one lady, she wasn't very nice, and we were trying to figure out what this ribbon was, and she wasn't very nice at all. Well, the lady that had the booth beside of her must not have liked her very much, but she heard us asking, and so when we got to her booth, she's like, that's seam binding. You can get it, you can stain it, you can wrinkle it, you can, like, she told us the whole thing, everything about the seam binding. So it was just kind of funny. Oh, that's purple. I don't need purple. I can do better than this, but let's just do this for now because I'm afraid I want to show you more. So anyway, that was how we learned about seam binding years and years ago. And of course now I blab it to everybody and share the links and all that stuff. But, and you know, all the new crafters are using it and they don't realize what pain we went through to find out what it was. They don't know, these young girls. They just say, oh, yeah, seam binding. They don't know what we went through to get it. Oh, man. It's the same way with printing on fabric. You know, this lady made patches and she sold them super expensive. And again, we didn't even ask her how, because we knew the pricing that she was getting for her patches. She wasn't going to give it up. And, someone else had some patches and they were a lot cheaper, and we asked her, and they weren't quite as awesome, but anyway, we asked her and she was kind enough to share how to do that. And now you girls, you young whippersnappers, are figuring out how to do it without the stickets papers that we used to have to get. Okay, so here's that one. It's okay. It's not my best work, but it's okay. I'd love to put a key. I've got time. Let me grab an old key here. It's very unlike me to not put a key on something. So, oh, these are my Totally Dazzled keys. I need to put those someplace else. Let's see here. I just want a tiny key. Maybe oh, look, this one says love. I'm going to use a Totally Dazzled key instead of an antique key. I hope I'm okay with that. Julie would never in a million years do that. She's 100% old. But look, it says love. And it's Valentine's. Doing it. Doing it, doing it. Okay, I need something sharp and pointy. I have a, here, I have a skewer right here that I use. Okay. So it had a ring at the top. I don't like to ever leave just my ring. You can't. Stink bug alert. Do I have a stink bug? Oh, I have a stink bug on here. Oh boy. I was going to say, did you see a stink bug flying around? I didn't hear it. Okay, well, that's all right. Just don't talk to it. I'm not worried about it. It's just one more comment to get my engagement going. It's fine. Let him go. Oh yeah, and I'm going to add that love right there. I love it. Yay. Okay, that was a good little find. Yay, I love the Totally Dazzled. And the prices are great. My pins and things averaged out to be about $2 a piece cost. So that was really good. And that's the same as you guys. I have a link in my link tree at the top of my page. When you get out, you can go there and look if you've never heard of it, and you can go in there. Oh, yay. Okay, so here's our 2 hearts. All done. Okay. All right. So I'm going to push all this other stuff aside that I didn't use. I'll clean it up when I get home. So next up, what I want to show you, I want to give you guys just a few ideas. Don't have a whole ton of time. Don't know if I want to use the medium dough bowl was $26 on my website if you don't have one. And this one is $14 on my website. This one is the small. I may, let's do the large. Okay, so something that I found in my Valentine box was a heart doily. It's new, it's a reproduction doily, but it's okay because it's a heart, so I kind of like that. Then I was thinking about doing paper, so I have like paper, shred paper, but then I had, so you could do either of those, or you can go to the grocery store, this is always my favorite thing, and get some beans. So, okay, let me show you. So if I just lay these hearts in here, they're very pretty, but I don't like seeing through the bowl. I don't like seeing, it doesn't look fit. It's not done. It's not done. Watch what happens when I add just dried. These are split peas. I like them because they're neutral. So, okay, I'm just gonna put just a few in the bottom. So see how now, like all of that dark is gone, and it's gonna help pop. It's also gonna help like support how I want them to be. So I have 2 hearts, and then because if I use the medium one, the dough bowl size medium, the small one would probably fit the 2 hearts better. But I had this old heart tin that I thought was really awesome, and so I have a little bag of buttons. What time is it? Night. I have 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna add these little doll buttons. Just any white or any buttons really would look good in there. Now, does that match up too good with the, oh no, that looks great. So there you go, there is that. And then I could lay, I could lay a coin in there if I wanted to. That looks nice. So there you go. That's kind of my idea. And then what I wanted to do, I was going to cover these birds with the same book pages and then stand them up, like that. So that would affect how these went, but something like that, and stick them on the bowl. And I thought that would be really cute, but I didn't want to take the time to cover them. I suppose I could have just put one sheet over it just to show you. But the birds are super cute. I love to do the birds with the paper mache, and then I take, or not paper mache, with the old book pages, and then I find like a picture from the black and white stuff, or really bold print, and put that on the wings, and then you put your little wings on, and these you'll find on my whoops, they would go where the wings go, like that. Sorry. Tammy Loves Chalk is my Chalk Couture page. I don't ever do Chalk Couture here, and I really need to do that with you guys. Not everyone's heard of it. I've done it for so long, I kind of got tired of it, and it's not old. You can make it look old, but it's not. So I didn't really do a lot lately. But I was talking to my friend last night about it. She kind of got me all jazzed about trying it up again. I maybe need to do that and show you. So anyway, here is my project for today. I just did a couple of paper mache hearts in old book pages and added some old things to them. There's the book pages. Oh, I see a spot. You can see it like crazy that I missed. But anyway, added some old lace. I probably, if I added some more beans over here, I could make them stick up. The beans are great. I see sometimes people have like a clear glass container, and they'll have something stuck down in it. I'm like, oh, if you just put some beans in there, it would hold better. I've shown you that with the old spoons before. Whoops. So anyway, there you go. I don't have trouble with mice. I don't have trouble with gnats or bugs or anything with these beans. I can tell you, I love the green ones as well, but the green ones tend to yellow, so you have to stir them. The green ones would show up great. What time is it? I got just a minute. Let me just show you green, what they would look like. Hang on a minute. So here's your bowl plain. Let me just do the same thing I did before. Let's just add a heart to your bowl, okay? So that, well, I'll cover the price tag. Okay, so that's what that would be. This is $14 for this one. So let's add the green for those of you that like color. And I love the green. Green is still considered to be a neutral color, FYI, because everything goes with green. Purple, think purple with green, think blue with green, think red with green. Like everything goes with green. Everything goes with green. So green truly is a neutral color. So see how I can see my bowl is deeper. I filled it more. I literally made my heart stand up, and then that, so you could do something like that. Like that. Genius, right? So, all right, you guys, I got to get to the doctor's office, and yep, we are done. So I appreciate you all being here. It's nice to meet all of you new friends. I hope you give us a follow. I hope you join over in the crafters group. I put the name at the top. She didn't have a link that I saw, so you would just have to type in the name of the group in your personal search bar, and then you can get into the group. There's girls crafting all day into the night. So I think you should go do that. Even if you're busy today, just maybe you can just listen. So anyway, thank you so much, and thank you, Tammy, for inviting me into the group, and I'm glad I didn't forget. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you all so much. I'll check all of your messages, answer your questions. I'll probably do a lot of liking for those of you that are just saying hello, because Facebook will only let me answer 100 in a day, and then it shuts you down, and I can't even say hi to somebody. So, so if I don't like say hi back or say thank you, you know that I see it. Like there's Amy. Thank you, Amy, and thank you, Lisa. I don't have my glasses on. If I say a heart, you'll know that I saw it and that I'm thanking you truly. So thank you, guys. Hearts back to all of you. Have a great day. I hope you catch the rest of the event. Bye-bye.